Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I want to talk about a very critical topic that actually touches everyone. Years and years ago, I used to be a laid-back person. I used to take things casually and I looked at things from a normal eye because I didn't know much, because I didn't have any standards for myself. And whenever somebody, an outsider, could actually tell me something that was actually true, I became very defensive because I was in this lazy state of self that I actually didn't want to hear anything that could pull me out of that state because I was so comfortable being lazy. I actually became very agitated and very aggressive when I heard that term, and I considered it very abusive because I didn't hold myself to the highest level of accountability. So today I want to talk about laziness. And if you find it irritating, just know I was in that same position years ago, and I know how it feels. And I know how offensive it can get if you hear somebody else other than yourself calling you lazy. But if you can put that feeling aside and look inward and begin to take accountability of who you intend to become, then you will know that you have to actually come out of that lazy state of mind. Because at some point in time, we as a people default to our lazy state and get comfortable. And it's actually so normal for us to feel relaxed at our lazy state. And everybody is lazy to a degree, and that is quite normal. And for the most part, it is the most interesting and comfortable state of being. But if you want to become a high-charging individual, if you want to pursue your highest level of self, if you intend to get more out of the precious gift that you have, that is life, then you have to shake off that lazy state. You have to keep yourself in check so that you don't find yourself pants down when the time comes that you need to take account of what you have actually been doing. So being lazy is not entirely a bad thing because it feels like it's something that is innate in us. But overstaying in that lazy state for a prolonged period of time becomes a disease that we have to cure. And therefore, the average person must always remind themselves that for one to actually achieve anything that is meaningful, anything that comes out the highest level of self, then they have to come out of that lazy state. And one of the ways is actually by looking up to people who are operating at their highest level of vibration and who have actually killed their lazy state and performing at a very high level. And it's easier for us as a people to actually notice that on the other side, somebody else is actually extremely pushing their tolerance limits and stretching over their elastic limits when it comes to the lazy state. It's easier to see those people. And those are the characters, and those are the individuals that we have to surround ourselves with because they have managed to go above and beyond their lazy state and have started the process of becoming. And therefore, if we can plug to their energy levels, then we start that journey of actually moving out and keeping in check our own lazy state. Because if you cannot be able to keep yourself in check against your lazy state, and worse still, surround yourself with a people who are also in the slumberland, who are also in their lazy state, then you will lose the privilege of time and accomplish less and less and fall further away from your highest level of self because you have intentionally or unknowingly and unconsciously and deliberately stayed in your lazy state longer than it is normally intended. And therefore you have to wake up yourself by looking up to people who have actually gone above and beyond their lazy selves and who have started to move towards achieving their highest level of self, because energy is contagious. And therefore you have to cut out the people who are asleep and surround yourself with people who are actually conscious and who are deliberately taking charge of their lazy state and who are actually doing activities that are intended to take them to the next level. Because the average person has to realize that being lazy is not only normal, but if they have to achieve greatness, then they cannot have the privilege of operating in their lazy state, because nothing great has ever been accomplished within that state of mind. And therefore you have to unplug yourself and raise your standard of either thinking and also performing. And the easiest way of going about it is actually to start today, to actually do more, think more, and detach yourself from persons who do not care about becoming their highest level of self, and start moving with the right people who have a similar mindset, so that you can turn around your life and move quicker to achieving your highest level of self. And it's possible, because if you have never planned for a vacation, for instance, then you can start planning for it. If you have never gone overseas, then you can actually start putting in place activities and budgets that can lead you to actually setting yourself up for that type of travel. If you want to set yourself up for financial abundance and move with opulence, then you can start doing activities that are actually income generating, so that you can put yourself in position to become that. And all these dreams can actually be realized by the average person if they come out of their lazy state, because nothing extraordinary has ever been achieved at our state of comfort that I call the lazy state. So if you're finding these videos useful, then don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel, and also like, share, and comment down below. Thank you, and see you in the next video.